Hi, my name is Greg and I'm the pastor here at FBC Medford. Today is Friday, October 6, 2023. Welcome to today's FBC EConnect. Perspective. Our perspective changes how we see things around us. The lifeboats on the Titanic became famous because of how people saw them and how their view changed over time. When passengers and crew first boarded the Titanic, the lifeboats were seen as an eyesore. They took up valuable space on the deck. Lifeboats were not seen as necessary on a ship like the Titanic. Most who noticed them, as the ship set out, certainly wouldn't want to get into one. That all changed when it became clear the Titanic was sinking. With the prospect of ending up in the frigid water, those who were able to secure a seat on a lifeboat felt glad to do so. Lifeboats, which were seen as a foolish addition to a grand ship, eventually were seen as the way to survive the tragic sinking of the Titanic. The Bible teaches us that people also have differing perspectives about Jesus' crucifixion. 1 Corinthians 1:18 says, "For the word of the cross is folly to those who are perishing, but to those who are being saved, it is the power of God." There are two points of view about the good news of the gospel. One point of view comes from the person who does not need or see any need to be saved from sin. From that perspective, the gospel is silly. To the person who doesn't need saving, the gospel is as useful as a lifeboat on a ship that never sinks. Another point of view comes from the person who sees that without forgiveness of sin, they will be lost without God. To the person who sees this deep and fundamental need, the gospel is as useful as a lifeboat on a ship that is quickly sinking. But just like that Titanic, perspective is one thing, reality is another. Whether or not a person believed it, the Titanic would sink. And just like the gospel tells us, whether we believe it or not, to have life, we need our sins forgiven so we can have our relationship with God restored. The wise person sees that the gospel shows us what is real and true. Life and hope in God alone is our only hope through faith in Jesus Christ. I look forward to seeing you this Sunday at FBC. During our time in the Word this week, we'll consider 1 Corinthians 1:18 through 25. We'll see you then.